The fifth largest town in all of Massachusetts by area lies on the scenic South Coast. Dartmouth has grown into a vibrant year-round community of about 34,000 known for its coastal vistas. From Paidnairn Village to the quiet wooded streets, here there is a blend of past and present. One of those winding roads,
Can I take your order?
leading us to Cup of Jojo's coffee truck.
I just intended to be this small little coffee truck on the side of a country road, and now we have thousands of followers, just blown up. We're so excited and thrilled at the response.
A unique and new flavor to the Dartmouth community.
So we would go to a lot of the county fairs, and we saw a lot of food trucks, but we never saw a coffee truck, and thought this might be a great idea to do like a cafe on wheels, a little coffee truck on wheels.
Joanne Smith, a former art teacher, and her husband Jeremy, a Dartmouth police officer,
I'm the driver and mechanic.
purchased and restored the old bread truck with South Coast ties, giving it a new life.
The truck originally was a Sunbeam bread truck. It had the colors still on it inside. And the truck is a 1983 Grumman. I tore it straight down to the bare bones and restored it.
They've kept the community buzzing.
I'm just having a decaf coffee,
Keeping it simple.
keeping it simple, and it tastes real good.
From plain and simple to creamy lattes and bold cold brews, everything from milk to pastries is local.
Our coffee is locally sourced through Coastal Roasters from Tiverton, and they're a fair trade company.
I stepped inside the truck and got a first-hand lesson.
It smells so good in here. So I want to learn how to make a cup of Jojo.
All right, we have some coffee beans. We're just gonna pour it right in the grinder.
Right here?
Yep.
And of course, once it's brewed, my morning can officially get started.
Perks me right up. Cheers.
But what makes Cup of Jojo's truly special is its connection to the community.
We have the opportunity of taking the time and talking to people in the morning, asking them how their day is.
Just keep going out another maybe 15 feet.
That sense of community also helps fuel the Dartmouth Natural Resources Trust, or DNRT.
The work that we've done to prepare for sea level rise and try to renaturalize this landscape has almost entirely been done by volunteer labor.
Ocean View Farm is a stunning natural haven where salt marshes stretch for as far as the eye can see.
Here we're at the corner of Allen's Pond, which the United States Fish and Wildlife Service has considered one of the most important estuaries in southern New England. We have an opportunity here through taking care of the land to pave the way and allow that marsh to deal with the pressures from climate change and sea level rise.
Nick Wildman, the executive director of DNRT, tells us the importance of salt marshes and how they are vital ecosystems. Salt marshes are a natural buffer against storm surge and flooding. They filter pollutants and offer critical habitats for wildlife.
Salt marsh is a dynamic ecosystem. It's right on the edge of the land and the sea, so it's affected by both sides.
This region's signature salt marshes face a variety of threats, including climate change, rising sea levels, and human activities.
What we're trying to do here at Ocean View Farm is to pave the way by removing man-made impacts so that the marsh can adapt and hopefully move inland as sea levels rise.
This means removing invasive species.
A species can be invasive, whether it's plant or animal, when it comes from a non-native part of the world. It finds a niche in the environment where it really takes over.
The restoration project here is collaborative.
We've been partnering very heavily with Save the Bay, Buzzards Bay Coalition, and our neighbors just to the west here, Mass Audubon. Scientists from those groups have kind of worked with us to develop a prescription for different actions that would allow the salt marsh to react and adapt to the sea level rise.
By working together, the future is bright.
These systems are highly adaptable. They've adapted to the ice ages and all kinds of impacts, hurricanes, other kinds of catastrophic events over the years.
From its rich history and thriving local businesses to its forward-thinking preservation efforts, Dartmouth is a town that honors its past while looking toward the future.